yo, I'm fucking dying. So cool. I see myself like on some weird shit. Like I could see myself on the ground. It was like I was on the ground. I was in this pitch black room, and there was a light coming over me. So boom.
Hey, what's going on, my people? Welcome back. Here is the saying of the day. Anger is the punishment that we give ourselves for somebody else's bad behavior. And there is no better scenario than the video that we're about to review today. When I mean it's wild and sometimes them gal are wicked, I mean, not all women, you see what I'm saying? But trust me, in this video we'll show you that some gal are wicked and they'll set you up if you don't even have your head on tight.
Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked. I don't know how them so wicked. Why them so wicked?
If all you do is think with your little head instead of your big head, you can get yourself messed up. This guy in this case was lucky. So I'm going to press play. We're going to review this video. I'm going to give my 2 cents that nobody asked for. Hit my intro.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, get the bus. Pick it up.
Alright, story time about how I got set up, shot, my homeboy died, and it was the night of my homeboy funeral. So boom, we leave the funeral. Now we go back to my crib, and it was this young lady who I've dealt with multiple times, and she just kept blowing my phone up. So I'm like, it's weird, cause I ain't talked to her in a long time, but I'm like, I know what she want. You feel what I'm saying? So she come over.
Listen, sometimes when these girls hit you with that, hey stranger, be very careful. Because, I mean, this goes for anybody. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what somebody's on after X amount of time of not being around them. You don't know.
There, right? Now, this is where it got weird. She don't drive, so I always either pick her up or I Uber her. So this one particular night, she drove. So she say, so boom, everything normal. She come in the house, my homeboy on the couch. So then she proceeds to say, I'm hungry. So, you know, if she hungry, of course I'ma feed her. So boom, we go to McDonald's. Well, before we even get to McDonald's, we get in the car. So I felt strange. So I'm like, what car did you drive? Like, where did you park at? Because they tow around here. They don't tow. But still. So she pointed at the neighbor's car. So me, I'm never home for real. So, like, I don't know who cars who, this, that, and the third. So my thing is, I'm like, hey, I done seen this car a bunch of times.
Yo, man, one thing that is for sure, always listen to your gut feeling. It's never wrong. Like, your gut feeling is never wrong. And just think back, audience, think back. Think back to when you got into some bullshit, right? And your gut feeling to your core was telling you, listen, back up out of here. Don't do this. Don't do that. Your gut feeling, your conscience, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And how many times did you not listen and then now you got regrets? How many times? How many times that's like a I wish I knew moment or a shoulda, woulda, coulda moment? Listen to your gut feelings, man.
But I wasn't too sure because I ain't never home. So, all right, cool. She's in the car. I say, hold on. Let me go upstairs. I got to grab some money. I didn't go grab money. I went and switched my gun to a bigger gun. Boom. Red flag. When I knew I had to switch the gun, I should have been like, all right, shorty, you got to go. So, boom. I go upstairs, switch my gun, come back to the car. So, boom. I switch the gun. We get in the car. She just texting. So, I'm like, she texting a lot, but it's like
you up.
I noticed it like every time we go to like a stop sign, a light, she sent a text. So it's like, all right, it's the whole time what she doing is she letting us know what you know what I mean? Let us know where we at.
Dropping the location.
We get back to the crib. So where I was staying at, you gotta go upstairs, then you gotta go to the door. One of those complexes. So we get out the car. I'm looking around because I'm like, all right, something ain't right. Cool. So my mind like, man, this. But maybe I'm just paranoid. You feel what I'm saying? So I get upstairs, walking up the steps. I heard, yeah, you know what it is, right? So
Yo, that man there was in that house waiting, bro. Yo, you make the cat, yo. I don't know, man. Like, I'm the type of person that, and again, this is a long time in my past type shit, you know? Now I'm a settled man and all that. I remember them days where you bring a girl to your house and you make sure say you lock the door behind you. You don't go lock the door behind them. You don't drop asleep around a First of all, you don't even bring a strange female to your house, and that's big man lesson right there. To all the young man them listening to this shit, you don't bring no girl to your house who you don't know, especially for the fact of crosses or bad karma or bad energy, and you don't want that shit in your house. Case in point, look what happened to big man right here.
boom. I'm thinking like my homeboy that's in the house. I'm thinking he joking. So cool. I heard, oh, you think I'm playing? So I said, oh. I turn around. Boom. It's 4 niggas. Gun up. Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. This real. So I say, damn, y'all got me. I look. Buddies ain't had no mask on, like a dumbass. So I'm like, all right, cool. I got a Drake. That's a big gun. So it's 4 of them. So I'm like, all right. I can knock 2 of these niggas, but the other 2 gonna f me the f up. So boom. They like, hey, where the money at? So my homeboy in the house, I'm like, damn, I know this in the house. So cool. This the bad part. My homeboy was a heavy set nigga, so he had this like whatever you call it, narcolepsy, where you could just go to sleep at any time. He in the house sleep on the couch.
Bruh.
So boom, I'm like, I ain't got nothing. I'm trying to yell, thinking like, all right, buddy gonna hear me, and I mean, come help me type shit. So boom. The moment I turn around and I'm like, damn, y'all got me. She says, oh, raises her hand. Them niggas split like the Red Sea, and she walked right on down, and I ain't see her no more.
You see that? Set up. She dropped the location. She messaged you out of nowhere. She dropped the location, and then she walk out of there scot-free. Bruh. Imagine what a man feel like in that moment, knowing that some crotches, a woman's viscous innards, shout out to MTR for that line, got you pretty much banged up, about to get your wig split. Like, that's wild, man. Y'all be careful out there.
So boom. They like, oh, don't tell me I didn't come here for nothing. I ain't coming for nothing. So I'm like, bro, ain't nothing here, bro. Ain't nothing here. And I'm just being louder and louder and louder, thinking my homeboy gonna hear me. So boom.
Sleep.
Next thing I know, I heard, bah, bah, bah. I'm standing up. I'm like, what the f? I drop. All right, so I heard boom, 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 boom. I look around. I'm on the ground. So I couldn't feel none of my body. So all I heard is the door get kicked in and a bunch of shooting. So me knowing my homeboy really get active, like, so I'm not worried about it. I'm like, yeah, he probably done heard all this while I was outside. You know what I mean? Because it happened right in front of my door. So boom, I heard a bunch of shooting. It get quiet. I think I like kind of went to sleep because I ain't heard nobody leave out the house or none of that. So I take a little minute. I open my eyes. I get up. So boom. I guess all the shooting, they shot the lights out and shit like that. But I could like see my homeboy on the couch. So I go.
So hold on. All that and your homeboy didn't wake up? Yo, rest in peace, man. That boy dead on the couch, man. That man dead on the couch. That man got blammed up just as bad as you did, or in this case, worse than you did. Fuck, man. Yo, I'm telling y'all stay safe. It's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here. And as I said, it's not even necessarily a lot of these girls, because sometimes these girls are the victims too. I can say sometimes some of these ladies are the victims too, because if some couple men say, listen, give me my guy location so I can go brush him. You see what I'm saying? And they're threatening her, woo woo woo, right? But still, man, you got to keep your head on a swivel out here.
Sit right beside him, but it's pitch black. So I'm like, yo, we good, this and the third, da 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 da. Cool. So I'm like, you know what? I know I'm shot, but I don't really like get that I'm shot. Like, boy, you need help.
Your
So boom,
adrenaline's
I
pumping.
get up, I go walk in my room because I'm like, shit, you know, as you know, African American people, when you get hurt, your mama tell you, hey, go lay down. So that's what my mind like, oh, let me just go lay down real quick. So I'm walking into the room, I throw up. So it's like when on my throw up, it's just a bunch of blood and like the inside or whatever I ate, this and the third. So soon I throw up, I drop, right? So boom, my eyes closed, I'm sleeping. So I start talking to myself, I'm like, damn, oh, I'm shot. Like, I'm good though, I'm just tired. Let me
Dying,
just
bro.
lay down. So I started saying to myself, like, damn, this feels so good. Like, not telling anybody to get shot or anything, but I was so comfortable on the floor, it felt like I ain't been asleep in 10 years. And motherfucking somebody gave me a blanket, some water. Like, I felt amazing. Like, that's the best feeling I ever felt.
You know, I heard that already, you know. I heard that when people are about to transition on to the next plane, it's like that moment in between is like the sweetest sleep that they've ever had. You know what I mean? Like your body literally is saying it's time to go home, whatever you believe in. But yeah, I mean, it's wild.
So if y'all was wondering why when people be like getting shot and dying, they just like can't keep their eyes open,
Yeah.
it feels so good that you don't want to open your eyes. So I'm laying down, then I'm like, damn, this shit feel good. I can do this forever.
Bro.
When I said that to myself, I said, yo, I'm fucking dying. So cool. I see myself like on some weird shit. Like, I could see myself on the ground. It was like I was on the ground, I was in this pitch black room, and there was a light coming over me. So boom. Next thing I know, I hear I'm on the ground in the room. I can see myself. It's pitch black. It's me on the ground, and it's a light over me. So I'm like, damn. Like, so I'm in my mind like, yo, am I a good person? Like, you feel me? Like, it's just like so many questions going in your head. Like, am I a good person? Like, is my people's gonna be smooth? Like, they gonna be straight without me? Like, am I a person to miss this, that, and the third? You know, just like last.
Yeah, you know, like your life is flashing before your eyes, right? I always heard that too, you know, that your life literally flashes before your eyes. There's actually a study that the brain activity that happens between the time of the tragedy, right? There's like a small time frame of where the brain is active, like even more so active, right? Don't quote me on this because I am not a brain surgeon. I know nothing about the ins and outs of one's psyche or one's brain, right? However, this is what I've heard. You know what I mean? Y'all can go check that shit out yourself, right? But point is that like his life flashed before his eyes.
Minute life shit. So I could see myself, and then I heard something say, "Get up." So me, yeah, most people, when you tired, like you heard "get up," you like, all right, give me a second. Boom. So I'm like, all right. Then I heard again, "Get up." So I'm like, man, all right, 5 more minutes. And then I just hear like, I'm talking about, it's like the loudest voice I ever heard in my life. "Get up." Boom. Instantly I got up. I can't feel my body. So I'm like, all right. I'm walking. So I'm like, damn, I think my homeboy hurt. So goddamn, I'm gonna just let him chill. I'm like, I'm gonna go get us some help. So I go outside and I'm like, all right, I can't feel my body. Like, what the I can't feel nothing.
Numb.
So I'm like, all right, let me knock on the neighbor door. So boom, I go to the neighbor door. And I swear in my mind, I was like this. But, so, I knock the door. Boop, 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 boop. I don't hear nothing. Boop, 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 boop. I don't hear nothing. It's an elderly person, so they always home. Cause I had a dog, and they would always come play with the dog and shit, like weird shit. It's cool though. So I'm like, damn, ain't nobody coming to the door. I gotta lay down. So boom, I'm laying on the ground, and I'm like, yo, I gotta keep knocking though, cause my homeboy hurt. I gotta keep knocking. Doop, 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 doop. Then the more I knock, the weaker that fucking knock was getting. So it's like, boom, waiting. Boom, wait, boom. So I'm like, damn, I guess it's just how it go. Like, you feel me? Like, when you get money, like, you know what come with it. So it's like, damn, I'm like, damn. Nah, I mean, this how it.
See what I mean? Yeah, I gotta be careful about this fast cash, man. Like, my younger days, and mind you, I'm not that old. I haven't even touched 40 yet. Couple weeks, you know what I mean? But I always saw like other dudes out on the street doing their thing, getting money and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them were my friends. And I can tell you right now, today, that none of them are alive. All of them dead. Because of that lifestyle, you see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying to y'all people, man. Y'all got to start taking your lives into consideration and looking into yourselves and say, like, listen, I know life is hard right now, bro. Life is hard all the time, every year. You see what I'm saying? But that quick money shit will get you unalived quicker. Let's continue.
I go. So the only thing I'm thinking about, like, it's cool, but it's like, damn, like, I'm really dying, and this ain't the way I'm trying to go. So I fix myself up, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just lay down. It ain't nothing I can do. Like, I completely gave up at that moment. Like, that's it. So I go lay down. I close my eyes. So boom, they just there. And then I could hear my heart, like, it was like this. Then that bitch just start going like this. Like, I can feel it slowing down. So now I'm like this. Cause I can't breathe. Like, my body's shutting down. So So boom, I'm laying on the ground. I can't breathe. My heart's starting to slow down. Cool. So the day before this happened, my grandma come to my house. She like, you know, doing what grandmas do, cleaning up, annoying and shit up, but like, just come and chill, like, just sit on the couch. She got to clean up. So she stumbles about in my closet. So, you know, most people, if you know, you know. So it's like, she like, hey, this is a lot of money. You need to get a safe. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm riding around later on that day, and she like, did you get the safe yet? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go get it. So magically, I go get a safe. I put a little bit of money in there, probably about 60 grand, 50, 60 grand, some shit. And I go take it to my homegirl house. Cool. Back on topic. So I close my eyes, I get myself together, I'm laying down. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, this the end. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm just talking to myself like, damn, I can't go no more. But my homeboy in the house, I just hope somebody come get him. Somebody got to come get my homeboy. I got to make sure he good.
Damn, yeah.
I got to. So I close my eyes, and I hear, wee, 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 wee. The ambulance come. They come. I'm laying on the ground. They like, what's your name? What's your name? So I'm like, Cumante. They asked him my date of birth, this and the third. Do I know what the day is? All that. I said, yeah. They're like, okay. So I'm like, hey, wait. My homeboy in the house. Get my homeboy. Get my homeboy. Get my homeboy. They like, yeah, no, we got him. He's good. So they bring the little stretcher thing to put you on. And I wouldn't get up there because I'm like, no, go get my homeboy. Like, my homeboy in the house. As long as I can still talk to you, I'm smooth. Go get my homeboy. So I just won't going. Like, go get my homeboy out the house. Like, that man, shot up probably, like, go get him. So, boom. They like, okay. And then they go to the ambulance, get the second stretcher thing out. So I'm like, hey, let him ride with me. So the moment I say that, they put the little thing over my face. So I'm like, I remember going like this, and then I went to sleep. So next thing I know is, so boom, they put the thing over my face. I go to sleep. I did 2 surgeries, 3 surgeries, something. So I woke up, I had a tube down my throat. I woke up instantly, like, I'm freaking out, like, what the fuck, like, where I'm at. So they pulled the tube out. They split my stomach open, a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm in there, this like my 4th day. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy at? So they kept saying, yeah, he downstairs. So all right.
Y'all know what downstairs mean, right? Y'all know what's downstairs at the bottom of a hospital, right? In the basement of the hospital, right? Bruh, man. This is sad, man.
Right. A couple more days go past. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy? They're like, oh, he downstairs. He tried to come up here, but you was asleep. And that's what all the nurses and doctors and everybody telling me.
What?
So I get my phone and I call my little homeboy and I'm like, hey, what you doing? So he picked up. He was in a suit. So, you know, I'm joking like, hey, when you start going to church, this, that, and the third. So he was like, huh? What you mean? So I'm like, nigga, ain't you at church? He's like, yeah, but why you say that? I'm like, what you mean? So he like, oh, nobody told you. I'm like, nobody told me what? He flipped the camera. It's my homeboy laying in the casket that they told me was downstairs the whole time.
Bruh, from the moment that he was on the couch and wasn't moving, I deduced that this guy was gone, man. Because all that knocking that you're hearing, all that grain popping that you're hearing, right? And you didn't wake up. That means that homeboy got hit at some point in time during, well, I can't even say the exchange because my guy had the blicks on him but didn't even get a chance to up it. That's wild, man. And it's kind of crazy that the doctors didn't say, hey, like, unfortunately, well, you know what? People process grief differently. And I surmise that they didn't want to tell him during the ordeal, you know what I mean? Because he would probably go into shock and that would have had an adverse effect or been detrimental to his health, right? However, once he came to and after surgery and all that stuff, I think that they should have at least divulged that information. Well, again, confidentiality. That's another. You know what? Let me just press play.
So basically, like, that's how I found out he had died.
Bruh.
So if you go back to the second part when I was telling y'all that I was talking to him on the couch, once I got myself together, I realized he was never talking back. He was already gone instantly. And that's what once I found out he was gone, they had asked me. I had asked the nurses and all that, like, yo, what happened? And they was like, nah, he got shot 6 times in the chest. Bruh. And he died on impact. So, more of the story, man, y'all gotta move smart. If you feel like the girl about to set you up or somebody about to set you up, knock them off right then and there. All right, so the smartest thing to do, because everybody keeps saying, oh, why didn't you call 911? If you are robbing somebody.
You know, the funny thing is people always have their opinion. And I always say an opinion's like an asshole and everybody got one. You see what I'm saying? And the thing that pisses me off about people sometimes is that you don't know what you would do in that situation, especially when you're in such a traumatic situation where you have that fight, flight, or now there's actually a freeze response, right? So at the end of the day, how can you tell? You can say, oh, you should have called the man, you should have called this, you should have done that. How could he? The man was obviously in shock. The man was not thinking straight, but y'all got an opinion. Ugh, let's continue. It's for y'all. The first thing you're going to say is, give me the gun. Now, I know y'all probably say, why would you give him the gun? If it's 4 guns versus one of you, you can get 3 people.
One of them is
Lam up.
going to light you up.
Yep.
Secondly, they're going to take the phone along with whatever else is on you. So that's why 911 wasn't called. But the neighbor downstairs called 911.
Damn. So what y'all think, man? What's y'all opinion on this? Because for me, I don't think there's nothing much that he could have done besides not answering that text. See, the thing is, they always say, whenever you fall, don't look at where you fell. Look at where you slipped. Because where you slipped is where you made the mistake, right? And dude slipped from that text from a stranger. So it was not a stranger, but from somebody he hasn't talked to in a while, you know what I mean? And in this case, the little head overshadowed the thoughts of the big head, because even when his gut feeling is telling him, hey, yo, this seems off, this seems wrong, this seems like a setup, and she's texting.
Them gal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked. I don't know all them so wicked.
He should have listened to himself from there. I never understand the thing too, man. You keep all this money in your house. Now have a drop-off house. Like, I'm not trying to advocate for felonious capers and enterprises, but you move smart. You don't keep that shit in your house. Because just like the Trojans did, they're going to send a gift. One that's beautiful. One that's going to come and is going to do all types of things to make your fantasies come true. And then she going to leave that door unlocked. We got to think smart now, people. Men, my guys, talking to y'all, man. Y'all got to be smart. We got to be smart. Because we can't be out here losing our lives simply because we want to get some wet. So what y'all think, man? Comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. What could he have done, if there's anything that he could have done? Anyway, man, I'm going to get up out of here. It's been fun as usual. You already know. Like, comment, subscribe.
Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go. Throw shade, that's a no.
Pull up that song there, mad in a dog.